Hello, very nice to meet you. Thank you for including me in your exhibition.
It's wonderful to meet you, and I'm glad you could be here. I have a couple of questions prepared. I hope you can bear with me while I get them geared up on my computer here. The first of which is, were you an artist before you were diagnosed with ALS, or is this a newfound skill for you?
I have been an artist for many years, completing my Master of Fine Arts in 2012. I was also a professor of photography and art at Radford University in Virginia.
This explains the amazing photographs that you submitted. They're wonderful. We'll take a look at those in a minute. How long have you been living with ALS?
I was diagnosed with ALS in early 2017, so I have been living with ALS for 7.5 years. And I have been breathing through a tracheostomy and ventilator, eating through a feeding tube, and communicating with an eye gaze computer for the past 5.5 years.
Very strong person. Congratulations. And thank you again for being here with us today. So talk to me about something that you're passionate about.
I am still passionate about teaching and art. I started back teaching, with an alternate approach, 2 years ago. I now make videos about my life with ALS, and many of them are educational, although I sprinkle in some humor and art tours now and then. I share these videos on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all under the username at Andrew with ALS. I also live in Chapel Hill, right next to the University of North Carolina, so I go to a lot of art exhibitions and artist talks.
I was just there recently. I was on a vacation with my sister in Maine, and she had to fly back home to Florida from Maine. And so I drove down through the eastern seaboard and saw a number of friends on the way down and stopped in Chapel Hill. It's beautiful. You live in a beautiful part of the country. Okay, I would like to share my screen now, and I'm going to share some of your artworks. And I have them alphabetical. This is your B image, which I find really fascinating. I can't wait to hear about that. And this is one that you have called Behind. M&Ms. This looks like it was a lot of fun to create. And then this one, I didn't actually save the name, but it looks like you photographed a miniature to me. So talk to me a little bit about which is your favorite image and why.
I submitted 4 very different artworks for this exhibition, but my favorite when thinking about my ALS journey is Haven of Rest. This photograph is of a homeless shelter in Florida, but I love the hopeful messages the building has on its windows.
Okay, and as I zoom in, I can see that it says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." That's Matthew. You can see why you think that. Haven and Rest, a Christian home for men. So what's your favorite memory around creating art, either by yourself or with others?
I had the great privilege of teaching in China for 2 summers, in a city that saw few foreigners. Not only did I stand out as an American, but I'm also 6'4", so I was literally head and shoulders taller than most of the people I encountered there. So I was quite the spectacle to those that saw me, especially since I was using a large format camera, the kind that you have to set up on a tripod and stick your head under a black cloth to take a picture. When I was setting up for a photograph, with my head under that black cloth, I saw a curious person peering through my camera lens at me. I am fortunate that one of my Chinese students caught this moment with his camera, because photographs inform our memories.
I'm wondering if you took a picture of that person peering through your lens while they were peering through your lens.
No,
I was thinking about, I think about those dog photographs where people are photographing a dog and their nose is like the very in the foreground and it's the first thing that you see and it's huge. And I was just imagining that person's nose as they were peering through the camera, how it might have looked. So that's kind of a shame, but it's still a really neat memory. I don't know if you shared that particular photo anywhere on social media, but I'm gonna go sneak around and see if I can find it in case you did. The one of your student capturing that picture. Okay. What form of art speaks to you the most?
I love black and white photography. It's timeless. It's defined by light and shadow, and it reveals more through texture. I think Left Behind is a great example of this. You don't know if it was taken yesterday or 50 years ago. The light and shadow defines the shape of the statuette, and the texture reveals the difference between the cement statue, wooden door, the log, and metal garbage can. I think these aspects make this black and white photograph fascinating.
I have to agree with you. I like that too. I have taken a lot of my color photographs and turned them into black and white, and I just feel like they're so much more emotive and, like you said, timeless. So I have to agree with you there. Okay. What is one thing you want people who are viewing this art show to know about you as a person?
That I am still the same person on the inside. ALS has taken away my ability to move, eat, speak, and even breathe. But I still find much joy in life. I had a great time visiting with my brothers and father yesterday, who were up here to celebrate my birthday, despite having suffered damage to their homes from Hurricane Helene. I even devised a way to keep teaching, despite my limitations, through making videos with just my eyes. And I still enjoy art as much as I ever did.
Well, happy birthday yesterday. So tell us, what does it mean for you to be able to produce and share your art?
It means everything to produce and especially share my art. I view art as a conversation between the artist and the viewer. The artwork needs to speak for me, and I think about this when I am taking my photographs. I am most honored when someone wants to buy one of my photographic artworks and display it in their home, because I know that it speaks to them. That is why I was overjoyed when I held an auction in 2019, with all proceeds going to benefit ALS, selling over 100 photographs, every artwork in the auction, that raised $60,000 for ALS United North Carolina.
That's amazing. We'll have to see if we can't post a little QR code next to your artwork in the gallery so that people can go and find a place where they can purchase it if you have such a thing. I'll talk to you about that in a little bit too. Okay. So what is something that you've learned on your ALS journey?
I have learned patience, gratitude, and giving up control. Not that I was impatient or unappreciative before ALS, but I used to live alone doing everything for myself. Now that I require 24/7 nursing care, I have to give up a lot of control, and I have to have patience with my nurses, especially my new ones, because caring for a person with ALS is tough and demanding work. I am extremely grateful for my nurses and the exceptional care they provide, and I am thankful that they have patience with me, because I have good days and bad days.
We all do, but those good days and bad days are exponentially worse when you're talking about a disease like ALS. Okay. If there's a question that I didn't ask you that you'd like to discuss, please go ahead and elaborate for us.
I'm good.
Okay, good deal.